Hello, this is a Krueger Gauge video. It's a tutorial on how to use the new Webstore. I'm on the front main page here. You see my mouse moving around. This is the address for the new store up here. We will have links to that on all the pages of our normal website. These links up at the top here will lead you back into our normal website and out of the store. The store itself is everything below this. So it's divided into categories. We've got liquid level gauges, leak detection gauges, overfill gauges, and then we have parts and accessories. If you click on one of these categories, it's going to take you to all the options available within that category. We only have one leak and overfill, so there won't be a lot of options in there. But when you go into liquid level gauges, we've got 5 different level gauges. I'm going to pull up the at-a-glance gauge, which is the most popular gauge we sell. Click on that. Now when you get into this page, you've got these 2 different options here: configure custom gauge, pre-configured gauges. The pre-configured gauges is there because we wanted to create some static pages that search engines could find. So when you go into pre-configured gauges, there's going to be some common items in there, and then there's going to be just some random things, I guess, with like options that you may or may not want. The configure custom gauge is the one where you can make the gauge exactly how you want it. Waiting for a page to load here. Okay, so this shows like a bunch of pre-configured gauges, 1 through 25. There's just a bunch of part numbers with options and pricing over here. I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on configure custom gauge because this is what most people are going to be using. When you go into configure custom gauge, up here it shows you the product number that's currently selected and the price. This is currently our public store. We do have a wholesale store that you can call me and request a wholesale login if you're an established distributor. And then that wholesale login will reflect special pricing for wholesale distributors. Here you see you've got all these different options. It explains what each option is here. The first material option, you can select any one of these 4 items. There's standard, there's stainless level 1, stainless level 2, and then there's an all plastic option. You'll notice that there are 3 different opening sizes. One of the nice things about this store is it doesn't let you do anything that you can't do. So for example, right now there's a 3/4 inch fitting selected. We can't put stainless steel floats, which is right here, with a 3/4 inch fitting. So watch what happens when I click on stainless level 2. The 3/4 inch fitting disappears. It's no longer available. The other thing you'll notice that changes when we go to a standard D gauge, you notice your tank depth available is 8 inches up to 144 inches. If you go to stainless level 2 with stainless floats, now it's 12 inches to 120 inches because we have a few more limitations when you have a stainless float. So basically the configurator will automatically change your options so that you can't select something that we don't make. So what you do is you go in, you select your materials. I'll say I want stainless level 1, which is going to have stainless rods and a plastic float. It tells you what the materials are right here. Then I'm going to tell it I want a 2-inch opening. And then I'm going to specify a tank depth. Now you'll notice right up in here the price for a stainless level 1 at 8 inches. The moment you select, and you'll notice the product number, the moment you change the tank depth and click off of it, it's going to change the product number and it's going to change to a new price to reflect your new tank depth. Then there's the extension length, which I'm not going to go into what that is exactly, but it does explain it here. Then you can select if you want the glass calibration instead of the normal one. I'll say yes to that. And then if you want alarms or remote displays, or if you want any other upgraded features, there's a few other upgrades you can do down here. I'm just going to leave it at this for now, which is showing this price. And I'm going to click on View Result. This gives you our part number. And if you're an end user, when you have this item number, if you call one of our distributors, it makes it, as long as you have this item number, it's very easy to order through distribution. And distributor pricing is almost always going to be cheaper than the price that we have shown here. The other thing that this page does is it tells you all of the things that you've selected and kind of explains to you what those things are. And there's also a cut sheet for this particular model that goes to a PDF. So from here you can add to cart. It's going to bring up your cart, and I was working on some stuff earlier, so I have another item here in the cart. I'll remove that. Okay. Now the shipping is like a flat rate shipping, so it shows 0 here, but if you click estimate, it'll end up showing you. I have to put in my zip code. It'll end up showing you what it thinks your shipping is going to be. We basically will always charge the amount that it shows here. So the only way that that's not true is if you're in a foreign country, then the shipping might vary. You can make yourself tax exempt if that's the case, and it'll ask you for the proper information later. And then you can come down here, you can keep shopping, proceed to checkout. You can cancel the order or save the cart. Once you proceed to checkout, it's normal e-store kind of stuff. You're going to put in your shipping address, your billing address, and hit next, and work your way through that process and pay for the item. You'll get an email confirmation from the store when you place the order, and then you'll get another one when it ships with the tracking number. That's the basic store, and I'll hit the back key a couple of times here, and I'm going to click on all categories to bring me back to that first page. And I'm just going to show, if I click on parts and accessories, at a glance, here it shows different repair kits for the at a glance gauge. I'm going to hit back a couple of times here and show you a quick leak gauge, configure custom gauge. Now here's an example of the custom configuration for the leak gauge, and again it's just going to ask you all the pertinent questions: opening size, tank depth. Again, you'll notice stuff like 1.5 inch, you can only go 6 inch to 76 inch, but if we click on the 2, that then changes to 6 inch to 170 inch. So there are different sizes available depending on your opening size. And then you can select different tank depth. And up here again, it shows you your part number based upon the options that you're selecting. And your price changes as you select options. This is the basic store. If you have any questions, you can give us a call. We're happy to walk people through how to use it. And thanks for your time.